So here the question is based on the signal x of t is equal to a cos of omega naught t. You have to calculate the autocorrelation function. We have to calculate the power spectral density and we have to calculate the power. So first autocorrelation function, and the signal is given by x of t is equal to a cos of omega naught t. Any cos or sine signal is a power signal. So power signal is a periodic signal. So we have to use this autocorrelation function formula, that is r of tau is equal to limit t tends to infinity 1 by t integral t is from minus t by 2 to plus t by 2. That means over one period we have to do the integration. After that integral x of t into x of t minus tau dt. We are substituting that x of t. So limit t tends to infinity. I forgot here 1 by t. 1 by t integral t is from minus t by 2 to plus t by 2 x of t. In place of x of t, we have to write a cos of omega naught t, that is multiplied with here we have to write x of t minus tau. X of t means a cos of omega naught t. X of t minus tau means wherever t is there, we have to replace with the t minus tau. So a cos of omega naught of t minus tau dt. Now limit t tends to infinity, a into a is a square, that is in the form of cos a cos b. So we know 2 cos a cos b means cos a plus b plus cos a minus b. So 2 is missing. So we are writing 2 in the numerator and 2 in the denominator. So limit t tends to infinity, a square by 2 into 1 by t integral t is from minus t by 2 to plus t by 2. 2 cos a cos b form is there now. So 2 cos of omega naught t into cos of omega naught t minus omega naught tau dt. Now we are expanding that one by using the formula 2 cos a cos b is equal to cos a plus b plus cos a minus b, where a is nothing but omega naught t I am taking and b is nothing but omega naught t minus omega naught into tau. So in the next equation I am writing limit t tends to infinity a square by 2t integral t is from minus t by 2 to plus t by 2 cos of a plus b I am writing. Cos a plus b means omega naught t plus omega naught t minus omega naught tau. Omega naught t is coming 2 times, so that's why cos of 2 omega naught t minus omega naught tau plus cos a minus b. So cos of a minus b, that means omega naught t minus omega naught t plus omega naught tau. Omega naught t minus omega naught t will be cancelled, so you will get omega naught tau dt. Here you need to concentrate more in the third equation. Okay, to write the fourth equation, this third equation we have to spend more time, so listen carefully. In this equation we are doing the integration with respect to t. That means the variable is t, small t. Okay, so wherever t is there, the term will become the variable. Wherever t is not there, the term will become the constant. Okay, so limit capital T tends to infinity a square by 2t integral cos of 2 omega naught into t is there. That means this cos term, first cos term is the variable, that is a cos signal. Okay, whatever it may be the phase, whatever it may be the angle, it is the cos function or cos signal. We are doing the integration over one period. For cos signal or sine signal, if you do the integration over one period, that will give 0. Okay, remember that one. Whatever it may be the angle, the integration of any cos function or sine function will be equal to 0 over one period. We are doing over one period only. Minus t by 2 to plus t by 2 means orally we are doing the integration over one period, that is capital T. Okay, next term, cos of omega naught tau. Omega naught tau is a constant. So cos of omega naught tau is also constant. It is not a variable with respect to t. So we have to write that cos of omega naught tau is out of the integration. Okay, so what is the remaining thing now? A square by 2t cos of omega naught tau integral. We are doing the integration for now what? 1 with respect to t. So integration of 1 with respect to t is a small t and the limits are minus t by 2 to plus t by 2. If you substitute the limits, you will get capital T. That capital T in the numerator will be cancelled by the denominator capital T. You will get a square by 2 cos of omega naught tau. Okay, this is the autocorrelation function. The importance of this problem is, what is our x of t? A cos of omega naught t. Whether you take x of t is equal to a cos of omega naught t or x of t is equal to a cos of omega naught t plus 45 degrees, or x of t is equal to a cos of omega naught t plus 60 degrees or 65 degrees. With respect to phase, the autocorrelation function will not be affected. Same answer you will get. Okay, I'm telling with respect to phase it will not be affected. Now you take phase is 90 or minus 90. Now it is converted to sine. That means the sine signal is also having the same autocorrelation function And here the twist is whether you take sine or cos, answer will be cos only. Okay, that is the twist here. So remember one thing, when x of t is equal to a cos of omega naught t, or x of t is equal to a cos of omega naught t plus phi, or x of t is equal to a sin omega naught t, the autocorrelation function is given by a square by 2 into cos of omega naught tau. That is fixed. Okay, you practice whatever the remaining things I told, you will get the same answer, then you will get perfection. Also have given x of t is equal to a cos of omega naught t plus phi or a sin of omega naught t plus phi. The autocorrelation function is given by a square by 2 into cos of omega naught tau. Then second part of the question is we have to calculate the power spectral density. We know the relation between autocorrelation function and power spectral density, that is the Fourier transform pair only. So if you do the Fourier transform for the autocorrelation function, you will get power spectral density. So S of f is equal to Fourier transform of r of tau, that is equal to Fourier transform of a square by 2 into cos of omega naught tau. A square by 2 is constant, we can write outside, and it is looking like a cos function. Fourier transform of cos of 2 pi f naught into tau or t, you can consider that is a variable now. Okay, so the cos function is having the Fourier transform is 2 impulses. Okay, so I am telling the Fourier transform for only cos of 2 pi f naught into tau or t now. Okay, cos of 2 pi f naught into t. For that I am telling the Fourier transform 1 by 2 into del of f minus f naught plus del of f plus f naught. Already in the Fourier transform only 1 by 2 is coming. Here already a square by 2 is there. So totally a square by 4 into del of f minus f naught plus del of f plus f naught. Del of f minus f naught is the delayed version of the impulse signal. That is the format for that one. And del of f plus f naught is the advanced version. So del of f plus f minus f naught is the impulse available at f is equal to f naught. Del of f plus f naught is having the impulse at f is equal to minus f naught with the peak values a square by 4 and a square by 4. Okay, next finally we have to calculate the power. Power of x of t is equal to a cos of omega naught t. Here power can be calculated in 3 ways. You know x of t, that is a cos of omega naught t. How to calculate power? For any general signal, if it is in time domain, the power is given by RMS value square. RMS value of a cos theta is a by root 2. So similarly a by root 2 whole square, that is a square by 2, that is the power. Like that you can calculate. Or with respect to autocorrelation function also you can calculate. What is the autocorrelation function we got? A square by 2 cos of omega naught tau. Already previously I told that at tau is equal to 0, you will get R of 0. That will give the power if the x of t is the power signal. At tau is equal to 0, R of 0 will be the energy of the signal x of t if x of t is the energy signal. Here our question is based upon the periodic signal, that means power signal. So you will get R of 0 means power only. Simply in that a square by 2 into cos of omega naught tau, if you take tau is equal to 0, you will get the power. Tau is equal to 0. So cos 0 is 1. 1 into a square by 2 is a square by 2. You see, from process A you are getting a square by 2, from process B also you are getting a square by 2. First one we are getting from the RMS value, second one we are getting from the autocorrelation function, third one we are getting from the power spectral density S of f. Already in the beginning only I told that the area under the power spectral density is the power. Okay, the area under the power spectral density is the power. What is the power spectral density? We got two impulses, one is at f naught, second one is at minus f naught with the peak values a square by 2, sorry a square by 4. So the impulse area is given by that peak value only, a square by 2. So area under the two impulses means a square by 4 plus a square by 4, that will be equal to a square by 2. So here we calculated the power of the signal x of t is equal to a cos of omega naught t in 3 ways. 3 are giving the same answer. Next problem. A signal of x of t is equal to e power minus 2t into u of t is passed through a system given by h of omega is equal to 1 by 4 plus j omega. Then find the power spectral density of the output. So here system is there, that is given by h of omega is equal to 1 by j omega plus 4. Its input is given by x of t. If you observe here, h of system is given with respect to frequency domain x of omega. Okay, but the signal is given with respect to time domain x of t. Okay, we have to calculate the energy spectral density of the output. We have the formula, energy spectral density of the output is equal to energy spectral density of the input into magnitude of h of f whole square, or magnitude of h of omega whole square. So x of t is there, that is in the form of e power minus at u of t. Its Fourier transform we know from the signals and system subject, already you have completed that one. So e power minus at u of t is having the Fourier transform 1 by a plus j omega. Here a is nothing but 2, so x of omega is equal to 1 by 2 plus j omega. Okay, so from the formula, energy spectral density of the output is equal to energy spectral density of the input, that is magnitude of h of omega whole square into magnitude of h of omega whole square. Okay, energy spectral density of the input is nothing but magnitude of x of omega whole square. Okay, so magnitude for a plus jb is given by square root of a square plus b square. According to that, you substitute here, you will get the energy spectral density of the output, then you will get the answer.